here. What's up, Doc? All right. This is this is absolutely another wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Our guest, as most of you probably know, Cindy Lane. Is that correct? The last name? How I spell that? For some reason, last time that we talked, it wasn't. It was spelled that way, but it sounded different. But it is Lane.
It is.
Oh, good. I thought I had difficulties with that, and come to find out, I didn't.
No, you
How wonderful! I did good.
You did
All right,
good.
and of course, he's our special guest today, and we're going to hear more about Cindy on the second half, on the second segment, of course. And right now, what we have to do, got to talk about our sponsors, right? And that's only right. So, and you know, my biggest sponsor right now is Wainema Ranch. All right. And you all know what they do, and it's absolutely a wonderful organization. They're a sanctuary for the wild Mustangs, and it's an incredible job that they have, that they created for themselves. It's anytime they can have 100 or maybe 200 head of horses, and the care and feeding of that many animals is just absolutely outrageous, right? And the reason why I bring that to your attention, if in the event that you you'd like to volunteer, they would always love to have you show up at the Wainema Ranch and spend some time out there, and you may be able to feed the Mustangs, you may be able to shovel some stuff, whatever that may be, but the extra hand is always helpful anytime you have a nonprofit group like that, and of course, every cent that they generate goes to the care and feeding of the Mustangs, and I'm so proud of these two. Again, it's very, very unique to Nevada. It's I live in Virginia City, and I have a deck that I sit out every morning, and once a week I'll have 5 or 6 Mustangs just strolling on by. How cool is that? I mean, I just absolutely love that. It just generates energy into me to watch the Mustangs. They're just absolutely beautiful animals, and Eddie and Shari are the administrators out there, and they spend their life taking care of the wild Mustang. So go to their webpage, which is WainemaRanch.com, and you kind of like end up in the back. You'll see a place where you can actually contribute too. If you like to contribute, then please do that. Anything is appreciated, and being a nonprofit is tax deductible and all that stuff. Okay, remember, go ahead and go to the webpage, WainemaRanch.com. All right, now, other business. Right here, we have the Great Basin Highway Magazine. All right, this magazine reaches 160 countries. Oh my God, it gets out there. So it's a magazine that you probably want to read. I enjoy it, mainly because I'm in it. All right, I was in the front page for probably the last 3 months, but they changed. I'm no longer on the front page. They got somebody else. However, that's my photo. All right? And what a lot of people don't know, I used to be in photography before I got into making movies, okay, and doing video. That's my photo, and he liked it. I liked it. So, yep, it's on the front page, and that's in Winnemucca. There's about, I'm thinking 200, 300, 400 acres out there that they're talking about and trying to get something put together. All right, I happen to be on page 48, 47, and 48. All right, and right there. And there's a trophy for the last movie I made. All right, that's happened to be Best Picture. And I got Best Director, Best Producer, and Best Script. All right, I got 6 credits. How cool is that? And I thank my cast members, of course. Without them, I could not have made that happen. I got some of the best people in the Reno, Carson, and Virginia City mainly. And thank you all so much. You guys just absolutely are brilliant. And also, on page 48, all right, there's my book, all right, Sandy and Lene, all right. Well, here, let me get the book. All right, here it is right here. Sandy Lene, all right, Nevada's author. We kind of became friends a couple of years ago, and we were talking, and she says that, Doc, you're the most interesting man I've ever talked to. I'd like to write your biography. All right, let's do it. All right, so we spent about a year collaborating back and forth and everything, and she started to put this on paper, and voila. Here we got Doc Durden, a living legend, living his dream. And boy, do I. Every day I thank the Lord for allowing me to wake up, and I live my dream every single day. And I hope you all do too. And again, that's Sandy Lene right there on the bottom. And if you go in there, she already signed it for you. She's already signed it. How wonderful. And thank you, Sandy, again. We got to update it, of course, and I think we talked about that last week. All right. So that's the book, and here we go. If you have anything that you want to say, you want to call in, and you have, and Cindy here, she says, no, I'll answer any question. Absolutely, I don't care how tough it is. No, she's not. No, I'm making that up. All right, but if you want to call in and you want to talk to Sandy, or you want to talk to me, maybe go ahead and 844-790-8255. All right, and did you get that? No, okay. Well, I'll tell you again. All right, 844-790-8255. All right, give us a call. Another thing, guess what? Our numbers are growing again. We got some big numbers a couple of weeks ago with the Desperados. We're at 15,000. 15,000. So if anybody wants to, I'm going to continue on with that. We're going to break right now, and don't go away, because Cindy Lane, all right, she's here today. All right, come on back. All right, we're back. This is What's Up, Doc. My name is Doc Durden, and you know my guest. We've already mentioned at the top of the show, Cindy Lane, here, vocalist. All right, how wonderful. And beauty along with that. I mean, how wonderful is that? It's just, it plays well, doesn't it? And she has the band, Nevada 445. All right, and we're going to be talking about that. But first, I have the preliminary questions that need to be asked, and we're going to do that. But I'm going to welcome Cindy to the show. Welcome, Cindy, to the What's Up, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Glad to have you.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, you do have a beautiful smile, and I just like what I'm seeing across the way here. So how wonderful. First, I'd like to ask you, of course, and everybody gets to know Cindy, is that where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Farmlands of New Jersey, not the city, so I am a farm girl.
Now, that's a little different. Now, when you talk about farm, you talking about pigs, cows? No.
It's a sod farm, actually.
Oh, sod.
My dad has a sod farm. My brother has it now, so it's been in the family for, actually, the year I was born, my dad started a sod farm, so.
He was one of the first ones, or?
No, that was when he started his own.
Oh, that's when, okay,
so
yeah.
he had the business, it's been in the family for over 50 years.
Sod is big business.
It is huge, and my brother is a whiz. My dad worked his butt off.
Yeah.
It was a great way to grow up.
Yeah.
He'd wake us up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get out in the fields, do the weeding. There were onions, acres and acres of onions.
Oh, onions too.
10 years old in the fields at 5:30 in the morning, and he just says, well, just go down this row. And don't forget the little ones, because they become big ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a great tan on my back, I'll just say.
I bet. Yeah, absolutely. And that's it with the farmers. They do. They get one heck of a tan, and that's the reason why you see farmers also covered up too. And I've also been told that during when it's really hot, they'll also bundle up, and then they start sweating. And then when they start sweating, and then a little bit of breeze, that's their built-in air conditioning. And why is my I don't know why I have a low battery right here. So hopefully I can make it towards the break, and then I'm going to change cameras, all right? And if you happen to lose me, I'm going to be sad. Okay, all right. So So you're on basically a sod farm, and that your primary business is the sod. And then your brother took it over, and now he's probably built that to the height that is unimaginable. Correct?
He's actually expanded and done soybeans, and he also got into sort of the beer business for a while, growing some of the ingredients for the beer, and worked with a local brewery. And beer nowadays, because when I was growing up, it was maybe 2, 3, 4 different kinds of beer. Now
Sure.
it's like a ton of different.
Yeah.
And it's such a big business, but yeah, he's doing wonderful, and he's such a good man. So
Yeah.
miss him.
So you get along with your brother.
Very well. And
Yeah.
my 2 sisters get along very well
Really?
as well.
Yeah, good.
Family of 4.
And do you see your brother and your sister very often? You
Well,
being on this side of the earth?
typically we get together once a year.
Once a
And
year, okay.
This year we didn't get to this last year because of everything happening with COVID. And actually, this year, every 5 years, we have a giant family reunion. My family is very ingrained in the East Coast. They've been there since, well, they came over on the boat, and we have a home that we meet at every 5 years that's been built in the 1700s back on the East Coast, and about 450 of us get together on the grounds of, and that is a dairy farm that my dad was raised on. So it was really sad to all of us, because even my children in their 20s,
Okay.
it's a great highlight for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. We're hoping to recreate it this year, if not next year.
So you moved from New Jersey when?
I did in 1997, just after the flood.
Oh, okay, 97.
Down
Yeah.
here, my ex-husband got a job out here, and so we picked up roots, and we had 2 little boys at the time, and moved out here, and have been here since then.
What part of
5 years.
what part of the West did you move?
We moved to Reno. straight
To Reno.
from
Oh, okay.
New Jersey.
New-
We lived in
right to Reno.
New Jersey,
Ah.
Northwest New Jersey to Reno.
In 1997. Oh, good for you. Good for
We were
you.
only supposed to be here 5 years though, Doc. So,
Yeah.
so we got lucky.
Yeah. Well, and that's the way I see it. Yeah, we have a lot of people that now. I've met I grew up in California for the greater part. I was born in Massachusetts, but we all moved out here when I was 5 years old, and so I've been in California all my life up until 2011. And then I had to make the move to Nevada because I had business in Nevada. I was part of the entertainment in Virginia City, and of course Nevada's pulling at me, and so no, you need to be here. Well, especially Virginia City. I put one foot on Main Street when I got invited to be there, and Virginia City will not let me go. Yeah, it called me back. It'd be calling me back. So finally, I gave in, and the best thing I ever did was to go ahead and move up here in Nevada, and then being able to move into Virginia City. So I'm absolutely loving that. So you're here in Reno,
Yes.
and how old were you when y'all moved out here in 1997?
Okay, now that's not fair.
Okay, that's not a good question. All right, so now you. Okay, no, we continue
I
on.
believe I was 30. Let's see, 32.
32. Okay, and so were you have any interest in singing at that time?
Oh, I always loved singing.
All right. So when did that start?
Well, when I was in school, I was actually very shy when I was in school. And in high school, I really loved the musicals. And I wanted to be in a musical. And I watched this one high school girl. She got the lead when she was a sophomore. And I thought, I want to do that. That's my goal. But I had to really just close my eyes and hold my breath and sing at the top of my lungs. And I got the lead when I was a sophomore in high school, and continued doing musicals all through then. Sang in church once in a while with the choir.
Okay.
I did not. I was very shy. When you're in a musical and the lights are shining in your eyes, you can't see all the
nothing.
faces.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was one of my comfort zones. But when people, and I was asked in high school, "Hey, you want to sing in our band?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know about that."
Right.
That's a lot of songs. I got to learn all the words. So it was.
Now, let me stop you right there and ask you if you were really shy, or the fact is this was kind of like, well, this is a lot of songs here. This kind of it's something I may want to think about seriously. Which was it, or both?
It was kind of both. But
Yeah.
honestly, in high school, it was my self-confidence.
Yes.
It wasn't to the point. There was a turning point in my life. I think I lost my mom when I was really young, and I think that was a point where it's like life is really short. If I'm gonna do something, or if I really want it, I've got to go for it. So I really just said, you know what? If I don't make it, I don't make it. At least I tried.
Yeah.
So that was my thing then. But I still, for a long time, I got married. I had little children. I worked. I was busy.
Yeah. Now, when your mother passed, how old were you?
I was 25.
25, okay. Yeah, it's still a shock, absolutely, but I thought maybe you were much younger, and that's even devastating, even more so. For instance, like if you were in high school, but your vocals started in high school, if I'm understanding it right. Yeah, all right.
Well, I always loved to sing in front of the mirror in the bathroom and write my own songs.
Okay, all right. So how typical is that? Yeah, and right, and you sound so good in the bathroom too.
Exactly.
The acoustics are good. Yeah, acoustics are good. All right, so and then you got the lead, so that really must have pumped you up in your yeah.
My confidence.
Yeah, confidence probably soared. Yeah, and then what was the next thing that you did?
I would have to say the next biggest thing that I did, because of kids and life, and then I got a divorce, and I was still out here, and a friend of mine heard me sing, and she's like, "You've got to try out for the Reno Aces to sing the national anthem." And I thought, okay. But I gave it a shot. I made it. They actually let me do it on the breast cancer survivor honoring night. I'm a survivor. I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Congratulations.
So I felt like I might have a little nudge up there.
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
I did. And I always remember the first time the general manager came up to me and he goes, "Okay, now don't be nervous, because we've got a lot of people here." And he goes, "And how many times have you done this?" I'm like, "Hundreds." He goes, "Really? Where have you been?" I said,
good for you.
"In my bathroom and in my car." I've done it hundreds of times.
Yes.
And he said, "I've had someone come and do it, and they got to the Rockets Red Glare, and they couldn't remember the words after that. So they just went into a shooby-dooby-doo.
Yeah.
Don't tell me a story like this just before I start singing." But he did. He told me he'd buy me a beer if I got all the words right, and I did. So.
And you got your first beer from that's a good story. I love that story. But you know what? Which I didn't know is that a lot of those singers actually forgot the lyrics of the yeah.
It happens when you start thinking too much.
Yeah,
Like doing
right.
anything. If I think too much about it, then it's suddenly like, well, I've sang this, and I have sang it a lot since then. But
yeah.
It is one of those songs that just now rolls off.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, that's the next thing that you remember, and how wonderful is that? Yeah, it's always nice to be able to sing that. And then you're eventually your vocals turned into a business, and how and why did that start?
Well, it's still tied into the national anthem, because then I wanted to sing. It was like, then I want to sing at the Reno Rodeo.
Yeah.
That's the king of the areas to sing. So got in a competition, the Reno Rodeo Idol. And one of my band members was there just sort of scouting out, plus he was supporting one of the contestants, and he saw me sing Done by Ben Perry. And
oh, really?
He approached me, because you had to sing a song of your choice, and then you had to sing the national anthem.
Oh, okay.
That was the part of the competition. And he came up to me right after and he goes, "Have you ever sang in a band?" I'm like, "No, I sing in my church, and I sing in my church band, and I used to sing in high school and in college." And he's like, "You need to sing that song. You need to sing that song." So he was the one who first came up to me and said, "Okay, we got a spot for you."
Okay, we're going to stop you right there. I hear the music, and we're going to break. How interesting is this? Okay, come on back. Cindy Lane. Okay. All right, we're back. This is What's Up, Doc. My name is Doc Durden, and my special guest today, Cindy Lane. How interesting! I'm having the best time, and we're gonna go back a little bit because I forgot to ask her where she attended her school, and the way I figure it is probably New Jersey. And then if she had any college or not. So again, welcome back to the show, Cindy Lane. And my question to you is that I forgot to ask you about your schooling. Where did you attend school?
I went to High Point Regional High School in Sussex, New Jersey. Go Sussex.
Yeah. Wildcats. Wildcats. Yay!
Yeah. And then I went to college in central Pennsylvania at Susquehanna University.
Susquehanna University.
And
Yeah.
I can remember from the Abbott and Costello Susquehanna Hat Company. That was
No
fun to say.
kidding. Really? Yeah. I like it. I like it. And what'd you study in college?
I was at business administration
All right.
and human resources. That was my emphasis, was human resources. I love working with people and talking to people.
You know, mine was basically the same thing. Business administration and psychology was the same thing.
Yeah.
I touched bases and all that, and I just loved the psychology. And I'm gonna say one thing that changed my life forever, and I'm gonna tell you, and then we'll just leave it. My first day in college, first professor, first hour, first. All right, and there's a class in the round. You know, there's about 60 people there, and the question is from the professor, what's your favorite chocolate cake? All right, now good. This is easy. All right. So everybody, jots down their favorite chocolate cake and they submit it. All right. So he reads through 43 different chocolate cakes. Just amazing. Well, of course, this is an exercise, and whatever you gain from that, and everybody probably gained something. But what I did is that was I so narrow in mind to think that my mother's chocolate cake, chocolate, was the only chocolate cake in the world. So no, everybody has a different opinion on items. It's not right or wrong. It's just different. And so that changed my whole life. I'm not going to get into it, but it's a big deal. And I hope someday somebody asks me that question. Okay, now I'm supposed to change my cell phone because it's getting real low. Okay, so back to the schooling, and she was in business administration and human relations.
Human resources.
Human resources. The old H&R. Okay, so was there a degree that came from that?
Yes.
Oh, good, excellent. Let me hear it.
I got a Bachelor of Science in Business.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. And to this day, you're able to use it every single day, actually, with human resources and talking to people and knowing how to talk to people too, because everybody's a little different now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and again, not right, wrong, or otherwise. It's just how they grew up. And if you grow up in a different area, especially the South. When I was in the Marine Corps, they had a different way of living. People lived in the South, and fortunately, I had a little bit of schooling before I went there, and I understood that it's not right or wrong; it's just different.
Yeah.
And I certainly grew from that. And again, and I'm in that daily also. When I speak to people, I just love it. What they have to say and how they say it, and trying to pick the region that they came from. Because why is that different? It's not wrong, but why is that different? And so it's kind of cool. So you got the degree, and how wonderful. And was you able to use that in employment on anything or anywhere, or
yes.
and how'd that help you?
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
I
Okay.
feel that every experience in my life has led me to where I am now.
Oh.
And I've worn many different hats since then.
Yes.
My first job out of school, I was in an insurance company, and I did work as a supervisor in a human resource type of capacity. Then I moved into training and development, which I really loved. I loved doing classes and developing classes, getting up in front of people, and just their reaction. I felt that was a good fit for me, and first I was nervous again.
I was going to say, how did that work for you getting up in front of people? Yeah. So let me hear that.
Well, the first time you get up, there's butterflies and all these giant things going on in my stomach, and probably went 90 miles an hour doing my class.
Yeah. Normal.
But I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of great constructive feedback, and over time was able to refine my skills and my talents in front of the class. And then really, one thing when you get up in front of people, it's nice to let them talk. In part of training is drawing out what they already know, drawing out the things that they enjoy talking, and really helping them determine, well, what are you looking to get out of this class? Because that's the direction I want to make sure I go. And from that, coming out here, I stayed home for a bit with my children, but of course was still involved with Vacation Bible School at church and Sunday programs and Sunday school and teaching it or helping in their classrooms. But when I started getting back into it, was back in I substitute taught for a while. It was still training. I still loved, and I was a preschool teacher for a while. That was absolutely my favorite job, I have to say.
So you did become a teacher.
I did a short time.
I was going to say, it sounds like right now you love to be the teacher. You love to be able to, spread the knowledge that you have to other people. And then you did become a teacher.
Yes.
All right.
Well, for little 3-year-olds, which was, and that was actually when I was going through my cancer treatment. So it was their little hubs were medicinal in many, many ways.
Sure.
And
sure.
So that was, it didn't pay well though, and it didn't have benefits, and that was sort of a time when I was splitting with my husband. So I needed to get a different job, but boy, that will be my favorite job of all time.
Yeah, you're right. Well, see, now that's where I'm at. I love to be the teacher. Anything that I have, that I just love to, spread that freely. If somebody's interested, not everybody's interested. Of course, then again, I don't spread that unless you ask. If you ask, then you're interested. Other than that, it's unsolicited, and you're not interested, right? My cast members, I bring the ones that are real serious. I hold classes for them, and I give them acting 101, and they pay nothing, and they've accelerated, in their performance. Well, I don't know if one of the ladies there. No. One of the ladies that actually had Best Picture, she had no camera experience. She had no acting experience whatsoever.
Wow.
And actually was an all-woman cast, which was kind of cool. And their attitude is that they didn't want to disappoint me. So they did everything they possibly could, and everything I asked them to do. All right, and they did it with confidence and the love of what they were doing, and so how wonderful! And she got her name is Sarah Cleveland, and she got Best Actress, and she played the lead. And it was just absolutely a wonderful, wonderful experience for that. But the fact is that there's some cast members that want to learn more, and they come to me, and there's absolutely no charge for that, and I give them everything that I do know, and they happen to come out to be certainly a better actor, and their confidence level rises, and they're more at ease with the camera. And exactly what you were saying earlier is that when you're in front of people, and you just zip through whatever you want to talk to, just as quick as can be. Well, that's what a new cast member does with his scene. He'll zip right through it. You got to slow down. Just slow it down, all right? And that's exactly what you learn, and that's exactly what I teach. But I love being the teacher also, and the people that do know me, they understand that. All right, so back to Cindy. The reason why I do this is kind of like I like having little parallel lives, occasionally with my guests, and we seem to have one that goes actually pretty lengthy because we studied the same thing in college. All right. So you became the teacher of the 3-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, or the young up and coming presidents of the United States. And, yeah, exactly. And you had about a cancer, and you were getting over that. And of course the love and the hugs and everything you got from your students were therapy for you, and it got you through a bad time.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So continue on with that.
Well, like I said, it was
that's about it.
That magic time of 2 years. But it was actually, I had cancer and a divorce back to back, so it was a tough time. So it was a lot of strength had to come from that.
Yeah.
To be able to pull myself back up. The cancer was actually the easy part. The divorce was the hard part. But it was something that the phoenix, you rise from the ashes, and I felt very much reborn in some ways, and to the credit of my parents and the preschool children and my own children. They're amazing human beings, and I'm very blessed to have them in my life.
And how many children?
I have 3 children.
3. The names are?
Joshua, Brett, and Jenna.
All right. And they're adults now? More or less.
Yes.
Yeah, more or less. Close to that.
My
Okay.
oldest isn't
Yeah.
with us anymore, but,
Yeah. Yeah. And did you get remarried?
No.
No.
But I'm in a relationship with a wonderful human being.
Excellent. Good.
I'm
Good.
very blessed, as I
Yeah,
said.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's nice to be able to have somebody to backing you up and have wow, you got to be kidding me.
It's
All right,
flying.
all right, we're going to break again. This is going by too quick for me. All right, come on back, Cindy Lane, right here. We're going to talk about the 445, Nevada 445. All right, come on back. And we're on. We're back. Thanks for coming back. This is What's Up, Doc. My name is Doc Durden, and we are here with Cindy Lane. Okay, I just absolutely loving this segment, but we have to change it up because now we have to get to Cindy and the Nevada 445, and before we're going to spend. No, I want to get a piece of her music. In immediately because y'all gonna have to hear her, okay? So Cindy, are you ready to do that?
Sure.
She says yeah. All right, she's ready to go ahead. So I would like to hear. So here's Cindy, and let's hear it, Cindy.
All right. So I'm going to sing a Mary Chapin Carpenter song.
Oh,
That's all right,
excellent.
everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I woke up this morning, stumbled out of my rack, opened up the paper to the page in the back. It only took a minute for my fingers to find my daily dose of destiny under my sign. My eyes just about popped out of my head. It said the stars are stacked against you, girl. Get back in bed. I feel lucky. I feel lucky, yeah. No Professor Doom's gonna stand in my way. I feel lucky today.
I'm telling you, this is the best vocals I've had on my show.
Oh.
This one, I'm being in the studio. This is remarkable. I'm impressed. Not only that, you have to go into another one. I can't believe what I heard. All right, you got to go into another one.
All right, I'm gonna just do. Can I do a little bit different? A little blues. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta shift gears in my
Take
brain.
your time.
I miss the arms that used to hold me, the tender way we used to kiss. Oh, I miss the way that you touch me. I miss the sweet taste of your lips. I was a fool to ever leave you. You are a fool to let me go. Oh, I'm so lonesome here without you. Ooh, how I miss you so. It gets loud. It hurt so bad. You are the best man I ever had. Why was I so blind to see that the biggest fool was me?
I'm excited. That was absolutely wonderful. Okay, thank you very much. That's the highlight. I'm telling you, this is wonderful. All right, now that being said, now I know you want more from the Nevada 445, and that's what you're going to talk about right now. Now, let me know about the 445 and how y'all got started, and what you are doing today with the 445.
Well, we're trying to learn a lot of new songs right now. How I got started with Nevada 445 and how we came up with our name. It's actually for Pyramid Highway. We practiced just off of Pyramid Highway in Nevada, and we got together. Jeff Mincy, who is our drummer, he actually was the one who spotted me doing Reno Rodeo Idol and said, "We need you in our band." And he kept pushing all the others to get me in, they were like, no, we don't want her. And they weren't there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they had other ideas,
Sure.
other girls they wanted. And
Sure.
then he had me come up. He goes, just listen to her.
Yeah.
And he had me come up and do an audition, and I got great response. So I'm with Charlie Dickinson as our keyboard player, Tommy Kolaha is our lead guitar, Joe Art is our bass guitar, and we just are super excited because we have a wonderful, Guinevere is our new fiddle player. So we actually are having a fiddle player join us.
You need a fiddle player in the band.
Exactly. Every
Yes.
country band needs a fiddle player.
Yes.
She is adorable, and I absolutely love her. And she was so cute. She was at our practice last night, and this was magic. It was just magic. So we're very excited. We have not had a whole lot of gigs just because of the situation going on right now.
Sure.
But we have a tentative gig coming up in February at Pure Country. We play at Pure Country. As far as bands go, we're one of the regular bands there and love Pure Country.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Peterson has done a beautiful job with that place, and great country loving people coming in there. And so we have that possibly. We also have Lazy Five. If that music festival happens this year, we will be there again. We are doing some Blood and Guts softball tournament entertainment for them in the fall. So we're hoping as things start opening up again that we'll be getting back into things. We're really, really excited.
That and that sounds exciting, and I know this virus thing is killing everybody, and you really can't just get out there, unfortunately, and if you do go out there, they're limited the crowd, and sometimes it doesn't pay to do that. Have you ever thought about doing video? Home video?
We have.
And
thought about doing Facebook Live as well.
Yes.
And that's just one of those things. Right now, we focused a lot on, we figured we'll take the time, get some great new songs in our set lists, and because we have a lot of requests every time. We always get asked about Johnny Cash and, we need more two-steps. So we just figured, let's go. There's so much great music out there. And so we're just trying to really bring in some new material.
Yeah, and so if do you have a calendar that people can go to? Is it on Facebook or YouTube or?
We have a Facebook page.
Facebook page, okay.
If you look us up, you can sort of follow what we're doing. Make sure you follow us. We would love to have more followers.
Yes, and do that. I mean, obviously we have great vocals here, so please, turn to their page and give her that. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Belinda. She loves my voice.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, Linda is she's probably the ultimate fan. Period. She's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, that's her behind you too. That's who you're talking to.
You're beautiful.
So please go to Nevada 445 on Facebook, and you can stay with her as their latest stuff comes out, and maybe she's going to be doing some live Facebook and also doing some videos, and then when that happens, I'll certainly let you know to tune in and get so you can actually view and hear what the exciting stuff, especially the new fiddle player. All right, this is they're all jazzed about the fiddle player, as they should. All right, and I learned a little bit about fiddle stuff, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, so is there anything else that needs to be brought up about the 445 before you go into another song?
Oh,
surprise, surprise.
Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, I did want to say, I've had young people come up to me and say, what advice would you give? You got to be having fun. When you're singing and playing with a band, you've got to be having fun. And not about the drama and all of that sometimes come with bands. And
absolutely.
I'm having, like you're saying, I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so blessed to be able to do what I'm doing.
And that's good. Absolutely. You keep that positive attitude going. And that's the biggest destruction with bands is that the egos usually get in the way, and some person gets more attention than the other, and then that kind of causes a problem. But do you have a lead in the band? Do you have a manager? Do you have a captain? Do you have somebody that actually takes control?
The boys would say it'd be me. And I did not get voted into it. I did not ask for this role. But I tell them all the time, sometimes our band practice, I'm like, okay, I'm herding cats. Come on, meow, we got to get back in this. We got to focus. Because I know our darling Charlie, he always has a story for everything. And then everyone gets drawn into the story because it's fascinating. He's lived a very interesting life, and yet we only have so much time that we can practice. And we need to get him going. So I am that one. I'm the drill sergeant.
And is it a rigorous schedule that you have for rehearsals, or no, kind of loose? Yeah, good. Well, right now,
we want to have fun too.
Exactly.
And I do feel like when we get together, it is time to share stories, and I feel like, okay, we got to get those stories out before everybody's plugged in and ready to go.
Right.
And but still talk to each other and see how everybody's doing. How was your week? And
some of the other band members have other jobs, or this is their job?
Nope, we all have different jobs.
Different jobs, yeah.
I'm actually
okay.
a bookkeeper,
exactly.
Office person, and we all have different
all
jobs.
different jobs. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right. Now I got to hear another one. I can't believe my ears. So there has to be a failure there somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. Of course there isn't. All right. But yeah, she's absolutely wonderful. I have to hear another one.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to give you a slow one. Let's see. He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. Oh, I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child. One restless summer we found love growing wild on the banks of the river on a well-beaten path. Funny how those memories, they last like strawberry wine. 17, hot July moon, saw everything. My first taste of love, oh, bittersweet, green on the vine, like strawberry wine. I heard that, I'm like, oh, I gotta get to the chorus.
Absolutely wonderful. Didn't skip a beat, hit every note, and just I can't find a fall here. Darn it! All right, not that I wanted to, because she's absolutely that beautiful, and she sings like a bird. All right, how wonderful is that? I just I love what we're running out of time here, unfortunately, and I of course I love the Cindy Lane being my guest here today, and yeah, she's connected with the Nevada 445, and please go to her web do you have a web page?
We do not yet.
Not yet.
No. Cindy's going to have to get on that. We get on her.
But
just the Facebook page at this point.
Yeah.
And word of mouth has been doing good things for us here in Reno. Sparks.
And you need to have that, and you do. Yeah. And how wonderful is that? So, web page is coming up. For years and years, I used to have web page years ago. Well, they weren't very effective at all. Didn't like them up until the latest one I have today. And this was through. Cameron Hawkins, which is the publisher of this magazine right here. What an absolute wonderful, wonderful webpage I have. I brag about it all the time. And what I'd like to have you do is go ahead and pull up my webpage, take a look at it. Okay. If something that excites you, then we can have Cameron take a look at what he can do for you. It's actually pennies, 10 cents on the dollar really for what he charges for what I got. So that would be a decision that you would have to make as far as the cost goes, but it's absolutely a brilliant web page as far as I'm concerned, and that would be Doc Durden at .com. Yeah, it'll be DocDurden.com. Okay. And here comes the engineer. She's going to strangle me. I know.
Oh boy.
No, no. I think that we're almost out of time here, so. We're going to commercial right now. So without me saying goodbye, we went to commercial. But anyway, we're live Facebook, and thank y'all for tuning in and watching. This has been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful show. And again, Cindy Lane, and don't forget that name, and go to her webpage. Go to her Facebook page, which is Nevada 445, and zip right there, and watch her calendar. Okay. All right. Adios. All right. Bye.
Bye.